everybody, it is your boy, Super AJ here, and welcome to another episode of WWE 12 for the PS3. Last time we completed the villains, and now we are on the Outsider in Triple H. Oh yes! And of course, for updates on when is Raw coming, I'm hoping to get it up by tomorrow. Moments before, probably tomorrow afternoon. That should be where Raw goes up. Because of course I do gotta get up in the morning and get either working on some parts for Raw tomorrow. Of course, I was working on the match cuts for both Survivor Series, what's going down on Raw on that night, and of course next episode's rundown. And probably if I have enough time, and before we get... what am I thinking of? Of course, if I have enough time, I would get SmackDown's match cut up. Because, of course, I'm making a promise to everyone else. If CM Punk returns on Saturday at Survivor Series, which means tomorrow, if he returns, I will do SmackDown either the next day or I'm waiting until... Or I am waiting until Monday. But if CM Punk doesn't return, I'm doing it on Tuesday. Or Thursday. Whatever the case will be. See you next week. Alright, we're on the next week. So now, we got Triple H versus Dolph Ziggler. No disqualification. Of course, Dolph Ziggler may have gotten the first hit on me, but it's not going to play out my way. You can do it my way, or we can go the hard way. Of course, I've always done, I've always mute the TV because I don't want to get a copyright claim by TH or whoever runs the company of WWE 12 outside of WWE. And it's kind of pathetic, honestly, because a few months ago, I did get hit with a copyright claim, with a copyright strike, on one of my episodes of the AJ Styles Plays WWE 12 for the Xbox 360. Of course, a series I once did in 2020. Because that was on the priority, always, to get WWE, to get the WWE, to do WWE 12 for the Xbox 360 after getting the game at the start, after they're getting the Xbox 360 a month ago. And then it happened, and look what we got. We got that game completed. But we did get a copyright claim on, I think it was on the Triple H Road to Wrestlemania. Of course on an episode of SmackDown doing that Road to Wrestlemania. I don't know why it happened. I think it was due to the fact we had audio on, but now this is different. I don't know what happened on that episode. On what we've done to get copyright. Anyways, we're moving on to the next week, because I don't want to be hit with a copyright claim. Alright guys, we're on the third week of Triple H's Road to Wrestlemania. I'm expecting that the Heroes is probably going to get more wage than the other three. That's the way I see it, honestly. Good job, Jack Swagger. Good job. Yeah, good job. Oh, nearly had it. Oh yes, here we go. Here we go. Alright, going to get a table. Of course, this is a tables match. So you're expecting longer. If we're being honest here. Oh. I'm expecting if we do this, Jack is probably going to reverse. Wait. That doesn't give him a win? Logic. That's a logical booking there. Honestly. I won't lie. That looks like a logical... That sounds like a logical booking to me. Because if the opponent reverses, aren't they supposed to get a win? That's just one of the things I have a problem with. I kind of hope 2K24 has a thing where whenever we get a tables match, and if your opponent reverses, what you were gonna do, like they roll out and you accidentally break or something that you saw right there, when I went through a table when Jack Swagger reversed it. Okay. Can this pedigree be enough? And we did it! Alright, see you on week 4. Alright, so now we're on the next week. So now this object, you have to weaken the Miz. Which we can build up to signatures. We can keep taunting as long as we can. Because we do need to build up some momentum. Oh, how dare you! How dare you! How dare you! No! How dare you! So I believe there's pinfalls in this. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's my guess, honestly. Okay. And we got a pedigree. Alright, see you all at Extreme Rules, I believe that's our next pay-per-view. Alright. So now, I think we have to meet the Miz. So I'll see you all in the next segment. If this means it's the Miz segment. Alright, so we're going to be in the door. So, see you all after whatever's going down back in the locker room is going to happen. Alright, we're back. And now we got a backstage brawl between Triple H and Dolph Ziggler. And I just saw Kevin Nash? What does Kevin Nash have to do back here in WWE? In WWE 12? Imagine if we get some of the storylines we got in Road to WrestleMania in real life. But it all depends if you have a stacked roster. Which in reality, SmackDown's just a bunch of nobodies because you got Reigns holding the title hostage. When WrestleMania was their time to pull the trigger, to end the title reign. But they failed because they don't care. As we destroyed Dolph Ziggler. Is there going to be more brawls coming up? I'm not too sure. Alright guys, we're back. So apparently we got Chavo Guerrero versus Ezekiel Jackson. So of course here's the objective. You have to weaken both of them. And then finish the last one standing in the ring. I'm not too sure how's that going to be. Because I'm expecting the controller, Chavo or Ezekiel Jackson are going to go in mad mode. I hope it was worth it. Let's try and finish off Ezekiel Jackson. Actually, no. I want to take out Chavo at ringside. But I do got a feeling Ezekiel Jackson's going to join in. Making a prediction right now. He will join in. Okay. Finish the last one standing in the ring. Oh, that's a nice mover there by Triple H. I didn't know that you can't do the turnbuckle taunt like you do in WWE 2K20 in the 2K games, like you do nowadays. And I believe that's been a trend since 2K18, I believe. But yeah, you cannot do it in older WWE games. So now, Ezekiel Jackson did not like any of Triple H's strategy. We go back into the ring. Now we have to work on getting a way to trigger the triangle button for Ezekiel Jackson. And I believe that's it. Now we got Triple H versus John Morrison. Ooh, interesting. Triple H, John Morrison. And bear this in mind, folks, prior to WWE 2K22, I believe this was John Morrison's final WWE Games appearance. And then of course, actually his second to last appearance in WWE Games of the 2010s. But then fast forward to 2021, when he was able to make WWE 2K23. Actually not 2K23, sorry. 2K22 despite being fired from WWE with those mass cuts in November. I believe it was on November 19th. And I'm still angry that they have failed with John Morrison. Spinebuster. Let's go. Alright, now we got Dolph Ziggler again. Okay, I think this makes sense because Dolph Ziggler wants revenge after what Triple H did to him. I think it was from a couple of weeks ago, after being jackknifed out in his locker room by Kevin Nash, I believe, and finalizing his locker room door. So I believe that makes sense to do this match. One. And on top of this, not good. I think honestly, after this episode, I think I'm gonna cut. Yes, I know, I'm going to recharge it after this episode is done. I think I'm just gonna finish up this match and then probably turn it off for today. The WWE 12 episode, and we'll continue more or before Survivor Series. Listen, Sigalo. I want to get this episode up until Fastlane, until all the money, the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. But because I'm low on battery for the PS3, I have to end this episode. Unless if I was to continue and see how it goes. And try and finish it next episode. So we'll see you next week. Oh my god. Oh boy, this is going to be hard. I told you, I think we're getting into the hardest stages at this point. Unless if the controller randomly screws me over. But let's find out. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but remember, never say never. Good strategy there. I don't know why my head is hurting. I didn't yell. I think it was probably from the recording of Raw for the last few days. Because recording Monday Night Raw to try and get building to the War Games pay-per-view. Okay. So how is this going to work? This is now a handicap beatdown. Let's do a pedigree on Cody Rhodes. And I think that sums it up because he's been terribly booked coming out of WrestleMania 39 this year. On top of this, I'm really excited for War Games. War Games is going to be a big show. That is a huge lineup of henchmen that The Miz got there, I won't lie. Okay, so how is this going to work? Is this how it works? Alright, so now we're at Extreme Rules. So now we have to focus on defeating Randy Orton. Randy Orton, by the way, I am really excited for his return. And on top of it, it was announced on Raw that Randy Orton is returning at War Games. And to that, I cannot be even more happier to see Randy Orton back on my television. It has been forever since Orton's been on television. And he's now making a return at War Games. And it's actually going to be interesting about what is his direction moving forward. Because he cannot turn heel and lose to Seth Rollins automatically. Unless he puts up a good performance. But again, what does this mean? Does that mean they're going to stretch this feud all the way till the Elimination Chamber? Which I believe that's where we get that we're probably going to do something at Elimination Chamber between Seth Rollins and Randy Orton. If WWE is stretching Orton versus is choosing Orton as a filler for Seth Rollins until he gets to his final boss, which is Gunther. Because Gunther versus Seth Rollins still must be the direction for WrestleMania. Okay, so what we got as the final things that we unlocked were Triple H's Street Attire and Kevin Nash. And of course, as you can see, we have to unlock a lot of things. And of course, we do have to do the champions and various things to get us. Pardon me. As ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching this episode, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the next episode where I believe Fatal 4. Let me see for a minute. Hang on a minute. Yeah, Fatal. Okay, this is getting kind of confusing at this point. I'm gonna be right back for a minute. So I've actually figured out that the next pay-per-view will be Over the Limit. Alright, I'll see you all in the next episode where we do Over the Limit. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.